Hello students, today we will discuss about essay of India's new industrial policy. Okay. First, our industrial backwardness. The initiation of a new industrial policy for our economy has become imperative for a number of factors. One of the factors that has necessitated this change is our industrial and technological backwardness. We have many impressive achievements since independence, especially with respect to self-reliance in food. Yet, with regard to two fundamental national objectives of poverty reduction and reduction in unemployment, our performance between 1950 and 1999 is far from satisfactory indeed. The rising political discontent in the country and growing violence can be attributed to a considerable extent to our failure on the economic front. In 1915, India was one of the 10 most industrialized countries, while 1990, India's rank is estimated to have fallen to 20, behind Korea, Taiwan, etc., which nobody knew as major industrial countries in the 1950s. In 1960, India's per capita income was estimated at US $73 as against Malaysia $73, Korea's $150 or Thailand's $96 and Singapore $430. By 1993, India's per capita income has gone up only to $330 while Malaysia's had gone up to $1,870, Thailand's to $100, Korea's to $3,530 and Singapore's to $9,100. This is not make these small countries as models for India, but only to present comparative data as to what happened to other developing economies. Okay. Next, agriculture-based economy, a failure. The structure of the Indian economy is primarily agriculture-oriented. Even in 1998, about 60% of the people still derived their employment from the agricultural sector. In all industrial developed countries, the percentage of 5 or below. Even in Malaysia, only about 30% are estimated to be engaged in agriculture. Such a level of independence in India on agricultural employment is a sure path to poverty. The same thing happened in India. The Chinese program of industrialization also did not succeed. While the Chinese are still agonizing over the restructuring of their economy, the rest of the socialist world is rapidly moving away from the old dogmas. Next, global compulsions. The world of the 1990s and of the foreseeable future is rapidly changing. The ideology of classical capitalism and socialism have become irrelevant to solve the problems of mankind. This is so in the Europe are restructuring their economics. India should not lag behind in its employment and poverty are to be removed and technology upgraded. The widening gap in economics is obviously due to the science and technology gap. The successful developing countries took full advantage of international trade and economy and used opportunities to bring in new technology which made their economy competitive. They developed priceless technology skills indigenously. This enabled these countries to move to the next stage of their industrial development and to higher income levels. The fact is that Indian industrial development has lagged a great deal, creating several domestic problems. This is how the globalization on the world economy is taking place today. We can either recognize the changing nature of world economy and take advantage of it, or be left in the wilderness, more poor and more backward. अगला है grim domestic financial situation. The domestic financial situation of our country is very grim. Our economy, which is basically based on budget deficits, foreign loans and domestic savings has almost collapsed. The fiscal profligacy of the previous regime has led to huge budget deficits and precarious balance of payment situations. Even if the proposed austerity measures work for a short while, the basic problems of poverty, unemployment, and technology backwardness, will still remain. These problems will be solved only when the foreign capital is allowed to flow in. Next, liberalism and national priorities. The purpose of the new industrial policy is to stimulate industrial investment, encourage small and medium enterprises, and promote a competition within the framework of national priorities. While the industrial policy would be liberalized, it would to be kept in view that the foreign companies do not invest more than 40% and the maximum efficiency in resources use is ensured within framework in which national goals and priorities are fulfilled. The policy also envisages to move away from the discretionary and detailed bureaucratic regulation of industrial investment, which has become counterproductive. Okay. Next, the danger of the new policy. Some of the political leaders of our country are highly critical of the new industrial policy. They say that our country will be economically development on foreign powers and our political structure will also be influenced from outside. Therefore, they are in favor of Swadeshi. These critics may be right to some extent, but we cannot remain frozen. We have to face the hard option sooner or later. We have either to advance in science and technology and adjust our politics, or suffer a great deal of deprivation and perhaps violence.